Hello everyone, very welcome to ixamBee. I am Chandraprakash Joshi, former AGM with RBI and worked with Yes Bank as a senior vice president, joined RBI in 2004 as a Grade B officer. In order to succeed, Bill Cosby says, in order to succeed, your desire for success should be greater than your fear of failure. What will happen in the exam? You will always have fear, but you have to have a stronger desire to get the success. In this video, we are going to discuss 20 another important questions. This is the part 3 of the video. We are discussing total 300 questions for RBI Grade B 2022. This was the question I asked in the last video. RBI and the Monetary Authority of Singapore announced a project to link their respective fast payment system. What is the name of the Singapore's fast payment system? And the correct answer, many of you have written in the comment, is Pay Now. Pay Now is the correct answer here, and Pay Now is the fastest system of Singapore, enables peer-to-peer fund transfer service available for retail customer through participation bank and NFIs, non-financial institution in Singapore. RBI and Monetary Authority of the Singapore announced a project to link their respective fast payment system, that is UPI in India, Unified Payment Interface, and Pay Now of the Singapore. The linkage is targeted for optimization by July 2022. RBI has increased the threshold limit for deposit and other extensions made by the non-financial small business customers from 5 crore to what amount, for the purpose of maintaining the liquidity coverage ratio LCR under Basel III. And what is LCR? We have discussed in several videos. Now here we are asking you the limit increase to now 7.5 CR. So with better aligned to the guidelines of the RBI with the BCBS standard, and to enable bank to maintain liquidity risk more effectively, RBI has increased the threshold limit for deposit and other extension of fund by non-financial small business customers from 5 to 7.5 CR for the purpose of maintaining liquidity coverage ratio. And this is applicable to all commercial bank, RRBs, local area bank, and payment banks. Time is your most precious resource. That's why I want to tell you how ixamBee learning experience is helping you prepare 50% faster. Your study has 3 important steps. First, you study, then you have a lot of doubts. You have to clarify that, and you have to practice for the real exam. In case of studies, ixamBee has short videos, 15 minutes, crisp note, and BPDA, which has been compiled from 5 newspapers, saves your time. In doubt clarification, you have live classes, you talk to faculty, ask directly face to face. You can also speak to mentors, and you can ask your doubt in the video. There is an option. Then you have make my test, making the difficulty level of the questions as per your preparation. You have chapter test, difficulty level is different, easy, moderate, and high. You can choose, and you have previous year papers matching the real exam. You have to practice and analyze. In all these 3 components, then you have personalization. Not one size fits all, rather everything meeting your requirement. Study at your pace. Skip the video. I have told many a times you can skip the videos, because at the end of the video there are concept check questions where you know the topic. Attempt the question, you are getting the answers. Skip the video, save your time. You are getting an opportunity to talk to the faculty face to face in the Zoom. Where else you get such an excellent opportunity to solve your doubt, and then questions matching your level of preparation. That's how you save 50% of your preparation, and that increases your chances of selection. Attempt ixamBee learning experience. As per the recent data, NPS fund, National Pension Scheme, and NPS funds clocked up to 12%, while APY, Atal Pension Yojana, registered 9.4% return since inception. NPS and API is administered by which agency here? You have all these options. I am moving fast to the answer because it is comparatively easy question. You must know it is PFRDA. PFRDA has been created for purpose of promoting, regulating, developing the pension sector in India. 2003 is the year of establishment, and two key pension schemes by PFRDA are NPS and Atal Pension Yojana. NPS is available to all the citizens between 18 to 70 years of age. Does not matter you are working, you are housewife. And APY, Atal Pension Yojana, introduced in 2015, is for unorganized informal sector workers. Which of the following is not a method to calculate GDP, gross domestic product? It's a static theoretical based question. So these are the method mentioned: cost to good method, value added method, expenditure method, income method. None of the above is not going to be true in such kind of scenario. I think you must have read about these methods, but A option incorrect. So there are three methods. If you go to any theory book on economics measuring GDP, they are production or value added method. What is the output? What is the income and what is the expenditure? Total income in the economy and total expenditure made in the economy, or total value of the goods produced in the economy. In India, we follow two methods. These are gross value added, GVA method. If you see the budget, you will find there it is mentioned also GVA method across 8 industries, and expenditure method is used to analyze how different areas of the economy are performing, because measuring income is much more difficult. There are so many unorganized sector, how to measure the income, but expense is made by the expenditure made by the people in buying various product, and GVA method is by value added. Which of the following ministry is responsible for the PM-KUSUM scheme? Must be knowing the full form of PM-KUSUM, then you can tell the ministry also. Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. Straightforward question. PM-KUSUM stands for Pradhan Mantri Kisan Urja Suraksha Evam Uthan Mahabhiyan scheme, launched in 2019 for ensuring energy security of farmers in India, along with honoring the India's commitment to increase the share of installed capacity of electric power from non-fossil fuel source, that is the green source, by 2030 to 40% as a part of the intended national determined contributions (INDCs). The ministry falls under the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy and was launched for farmers for installation of the solar pumps, grid connected solar pumps, and other renewable power plant in the country. Now consists of the three component. Which of the following is correct regarding production linked incentive (PLI scheme? The Ministry of Electronics and IT is the single nodal ministry for this scheme. Besides inviting foreign companies to set up shop in India, the scheme aims to encourage local companies to set up or expand existing manufacturing unit. Adding any new sector for PLI scheme will require approval of the Union Cabinet. So I think you can make out here that second and third are the correct statement. And let me tell you here that production linked scheme aims to boost the domestic manufacturing and cut down the imports by providing cash incentive on incremental sales from products that are manufactured in the country over the base years. And the finance minister announced this an outlay of 1.97 lakh crore for PLI scheme for 13 key sectors. The scheme is being implemented by various nodal ministries. There is not one, but financial allocation will be done by finance ministry. A new sector for PLI will require fresh approval of the cabinet, union cabinet. So these are the product and these are the nodal agency. Not that you have to remember everything, but you shall know that there are different products: electronic, pharmaceuticals, telecoms, food products, white goods like air conditioners, LED lights, high efficiency solar PV modules, and the related ministry. So for when it about alternative energy, it is the new and renewable energy. For automobile, it is the Ministry of the Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises. Related ministry is the nodal agency. Which of the following official committee have estimated poverty in India? So poverty estimation has been done by various committees. From these four, answer is all of the above. And read the dates also. The first working group was of 1962. Then Dandekar committee, Dandekar and Rath in 71. Alag committee 79. Lakhadwala committee 93. Tendulkar committee 2009. It is Suresh Tendulkar. And C. Rangarajan, ex-governor of RBI committee, the latest one in 2014. Check truncation system is operated by which of the agencies? CTS. And I hope you know what is check truncation. The scanned image of the check goes over the system rather than the physical check. Founded in 2008, so this is operated by NPCI, National Payment Corporation of India. That is the umbrella organization for operating all retail payments and settlement in India under the provision of Payment and Settlement System Act 2007. So NPCI can operate of the following payment system: IMPS, UPI, APS, Aadhaar-based enabled payment system, BHIM app, USDD services, NFS, National Financial Switch, RuPay card, NACH, NSCH, National Automatic Clearing House, operation of check truncation system. All these are with NPCI. You have to know all these are important payment system in India. The CRR has been recently increased to 4.5% by RBI. As a percentage of what? In the first video I said it. Still, if you have a doubt, then you are not listening properly. Simple one. Answer is NDTL. ANBC is taken into account when we calculate the PSL percentage, priority sector link percentage. So CRR and SLR are counted as a percentage of the NDTL in demand and time liabilities. As on May 2022, as per the off-cycle MPC meet, RBI hiked CRR by 50 BPS to 4.5. SLR remains same at 18%. RBI appointed an executive director in May month who is going to look after the MPC, Monetary Policy Department. What is the name? Dr. Rajiv Ranjan, who is also going to be in charge of the MPD with effect from May 1st. And Dr. Rajan will also serve as ex-officio member of the MPC, Monetary Policy Committee. He is going to be there. And another executive director appointed by RBI is Dr. Sitikanta Patnaik as a ED of Department of Economic and Policy Research, DEPR. What is true regarding cash management bill, CMB? Cash management bills are popular, so they are issued by Government of India. They are issued to meet a short mismatch of the government expenses. Maturity is 182 days. They are issued at discount. Theoretical concept based question. Except 3, the maturity period is less than 91 days. All are correct because these are the bonds, so these are issued at discount. Short-term instrument used by RBI on behalf of the Government of India as a money market instrument whenever there is a temporary cash flow mismatch with government. So RBI issues this bill on behalf of the Government of India, and those who buy in the market, that money will come inside. CMBs are issued at a discount, redeemed at the face value at maturity. With increase in the bond yield, RBI could use Operation Twist to help manage the borrowing cost of the government. Which of the following correctly explain Operation Twist? Operation Twist is buying long-term GSEC and selling short-term GSEC. If you have never heard about Operation Twist, you may go to this channel and you will find out I have made a video in which I started with a twist dance, that what is twist and why it is called Operation Twist. When simultaneous selling and buying of the government securities happens to manage the bond yield. So long-term GSEC is bought by RBI and short-term GSEC is sold. That's why it is Operation Twist. It's an unconventional open market operations carried out by the central bank. Simultaneous purchase of long-term government securities, sale of GSEC, short-term, to bring down the long-term interest cost and reduce the premium between the long-term and the short-term yield. How it works? So long-term, say 10-year GSEC, and RBI increases the demand in the market, and therefore, because RBI is buying here, and therefore increase the price of the long-term GSEC, and that reduces the yield from the long-term GSEC. In short-term GSEC, RBI is increasing the supply by selling in the market, therefore decreasing the price in the short term, therefore increasing the yield of the short-term GSEC, and the premium therefore is reduced, the difference between the long-term and the short-term yield. You may go to that video for detailed explanation. Which of the following has recently submitted a report and has called for allowing 43 RRBs to convert into small finance bank to provide them with a level playing field? Because what is the difference between RRBs and small finance bank? RRBs have a operational area, some contiguous districts, whatever, 5, 10, 15. But small finance bank can operate all India. So RRBs here are at a disadvantage. RRBs created in 1975, the first one, then 1976, more elaborated by the Act. So here SBI submitted a report and has called for allowing 43 RRBs to convert into SFBs to provide them a level playing field. House economists at SBI have called for a slew of reforms to incentivize regional rural bank, including granting them on-tap license for conversion into SFBs. September 18, RBI allowed urban cooperative bank and microfinance lenders to convert themselves into SFBs, and many microfinance NBFCs have converted themselves to small finance bank. Call money market refers to the borrowing and lending for. You must have heard this term, call money. Call money is 1 day. Transactions of 1 working day, that is overnight, that is called call money. Notice money is 2 to 14 days, and 14 days to 1 year is called term money, and this is for money market. When we are talking about money market is subdivided into 3 segments based on the tenor of the transaction, and this is what we have taken from our notes on money market. Very crisp note we provide. SBI, ICICI Bank and HDFC Bank continues to be identified as domestically systemically important banks, domestic SIBs as per 2021. What is the additional equity tier 1 requirement as a percentage of the RWH for SBI and domestic systematically important banks? The answer is 0.6%. 0.6% additional requirement of tier 1 equity for these banks. You see here additional common tier 1 equity requirement as a percentage of RWA for SBI 0.6, for ICICI and HDFC Bank it is 0.2. Domestic systematically important bank requires additional capital because of the additional risk involved, because of their ability to create a systemic risk. If these large banks fail, so they will create problem in the system. So based on these buckets, bucket 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, where these banks are placed, so RBI has to create extra capital. In the current budget 22-23 proposed to set up 75 digital banking units in 75 districts of the country by scheduled commercial bank. RBI came out with the guidelines for DBUs in April 2022, which are applicable to domestic scheduled commercial bank except which set of bank, payment bank, small finance bank or RRBs. It is not applicable to payment bank and also RRBs. Announcement of this digital banking units by commercial bank on the basis of recommendation of the working group by RBI, including the recommendation of the IBA, Indian Banks Association, These guidelines are applicable to all scheduled commercial bank except RRBs, payment bank and local area bank. So here local area bank was not mentioned, but you remember all these three. Identify the correct statement about Financial Stability and Development Council. FSDC is very high level body. It became operational in 2020. All regulatory bodies have representation in FSDC. It is chaired by RBI governor. It is not chaired by RBI governor, right? It is correct. This is correct. FSDC is chaired by finance minister. 2010 is correct. Under the Ministry of Finance, it monitors macro-prudential supervision of the economy, including functioning of large financial conglomerate, and address the inter-regulatory coordination. Chaired by Finance Minister and representation coming from RBI, SEBI, IRDA, PFRDA, IBBI, IFSCA, and it consists of Finance Secretary, also Secretary of Department of Economic Affairs, Secretary of Department of Financial Services, and Chief Economic Advisor of the country. They also talk about financial literacy, financial inclusion. So this is the top level body, FSDC, top level body for financial stability. National Food Security Act provide for coverage of up to what percentage for the rural population and up to what percentage of the rural population for receiving subsidized food grain under the targeted public distribution system. It is 75 for rural, 50% for urban. The Act provides for coverage up to 75 for rural and 50 for urban under the PDS system, thus covering about 2/3 of the Indian population. This coverage for receiving highly subsidized food grain is under two categories: household covered under the Antyodaya Anna Yojana and remaining household as priority household. Ministry of Education has launched this Operation Digital Board to leverage technology in order to boost quality education in the country. It will be implemented by which of the following agencies here? UGC, University Grant Commission, is the correct answer. Implementing agency for OBD, Operation Digital Board. In Higher Education Institute, it will be implemented as a central scheme as a loan for higher education financing agency. Banned export of which of the important food commodity recently in May 2022 in an effort to control the rising domestic price. This is very important commodity for us. After the Ukraine-Russia war, there has been shortage of many food items at global level. Here, the correct answer: wheat, which is a staple diet for most of the people in India, a large number of people in India. So India banned wheat export with immediate effect to control the rising domestic price. Global wheat prices have risen 40% since the beginning of the Russia-Ukraine war. Consumer food price inflation in India has nearly doubled in India since March 21. Data released by National Statistical Office showed, more specifically, food price inflation in rural area has more than doubled from 3.94% in March to 8.04% in March 2022. Last question. The limit of foreign portfolio investment under voluntary retention route VRR has been enhanced by RBI to what amount from April 2022? RBI has increased this limit and very recent one. Answer this question by writing in the comment below. We will come with more interesting question in the following video. Believe in yourself. If you believe in yourself, you will also believe in what we are saying to help your preparation. First, you need to believe in yourself. Subscribe to the channel if you have not done it. All the best for your preparation. For anything, feel free to reach us at 920552408. Write to us at hello@ixamBee. See you.